So, I'm Shastri. Today I'm here to talk about the decentralization, the superhero, which is shaping the digital era of the third web. So, we will understand how it works and how it is, changing the lives which we live in this today's era. So, before starting, let me start with my journey. Back in 2018, when I was a second year student in my graduation, so I started learning web development, building websites for my college clubs, and then started building some e-commerce websites, and then dabbled into even creating chatting applications. That's what I felt. This is all the rocket science. I have created some wonders. I have created some amazing projects. But later, after doing a couple of internships and when I was in final year, I got to know about a term called blockchain. Boom, I felt like this is something like a rocket science, not just a web development, but with a blockchain we can build even more bigger things. Even in third year I heard, but initially I thought blockchain is crypto and cryptocurrency is just a shady dealings which most of the illegal people do. But later when I got to learn about blockchain in depth, like cryptography and the computation involved in it and various algorithms involved in it, then I got to know this is a technology which have a power to improve the internet applications which we use in our daily life in a more secure way with more ownership, and it will be very reliable as well. So we will understand how it all started and how it is going. So let's dive deeper with a simple example. For example, you are playing an online game, right? So generally what happens, the online game has a set of rules. You will be playing according to the rules. But what if you can add multiple players by your own, and you can select your own rules and you can customize according to your needs. So think blockchain or the third web or the Web3 as an era of same. So where the internet or the data is owned by public, means us. We are not governed by some big shots. Okay? So let's understand more. So how it all started. So back in 1991, two of the friends, Stuart and Scott, researched and they thought to create something, a document which is digitally tamper proof. For example, we are all dealing with a lot of identities. We are all dealing with a lot of FIR management systems while we are casing any filing any case. But what if these are tampered? All our data is lost, right? Because there is some government or there is some authority, there is some regulation involved. But what if we all do this digitally, even more a secure way? We can do this using blockchain. That's where the decentralization gives more power to the public instead of some authority or a middleman. For example, all of you use social media, right? Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. But what if you post something and it gets deleted, or even your account gets compromised in a 24 hours or 48 hours after posting some content? But here if you see, there is no freedom. But what if I say, whatever you post, it is owned by you and it is secured in blockchain and nobody can't change it. Even if they change, they will be able to track it. Why? Because it is already hosted in blockchain. So using blockchain, public will be the owner of their own data and companies cannot compromise your data. At the same time, companies in the sense the bigger giants who are right now using your data and making tons of amount, like millions of money by selling your data to other companies for advertisers, at the same time to promoting a lot of products to you which you don't want to buy at all. So these all things are happening with your data. But using blockchain, you can eradicate all these things. That's why I call decentralization is the revolutionary technology. At the same time, it will give you more power as a user. It will give more authority of your data instead of someone having the authority of your data. So let's understand, is it real or myth? So back in a decade ago, if you see a couple of decades ago, when the World Wide Web started, It took like 2 decades to improve it, and right now we are in a 5G era. We are able to use all the. So yeah, back to the decentralization part. What we are talking about is like social media. Right now, all your data is like owned by someone else. Though you are using it, though the application is used by you, though the data is yours, but there is an option, it can be compromised or it can be removed at any point of time. But if we can deploy this on blockchain, it is immutable. At the same time, you can track the data, who is owning it. So you will have more ownership compared to the current scenario. So that is why traditional systems will fail when decentralization comes in. So we call decentralization as a superpower or a superhero, because public means we have more authority or more ownership of our data compared to the traditional data systems or a middleman. So now we will understand, is it real or myth? So some people think decentralization is a fairy tale, but as I told in my initial slide, like think it as a video game. These days a lot of kids, a lot of youth, Gen Z people are playing video games, and they are earning lot of points. At the same time, they are earning some assets in the video games. But what if I tell those assets or the points are the real world assets, and they will be able to trade them and they will be able to make money? How crazy is this? Means they are having ownership of the assets which they digitally own, and they will be able to make money out of it as well. So using blockchain, we can do all these things. Like we can create value to all the digital assets, whatever you own, even in the games or the any other applications like NFTs. So these are the various applications which we can do. Already some companies started, like Decentraland and some other games like CryptoKitties already doing this. So you can say this is not a myth, this is a reality. A lot of applications already using it. So, and crypto is like, there are few things like Bitcoin and Ethereum. These are the various cryptocurrencies. They are using blockchain as an underlying technology to make that digital currency even more secure. So think it as a more secured currency rather than the traditional financial system. So let's understand how to make career in this. Why to make career in this? So coming to any technology, what you need to think, first thing you need to understand what the technology is solving, what the problem it is solving. First thing, we are making it more secure. Second thing, the way we use our applications in daily life are creating our own ownership. So these are the various problems it is solving. So coming back to choosing it as a career path. So how you can choose it as a career path? Firstly, you need to understand the problem which you already understood. Second thing, you need to understand how to solve it. That's where the picture comes in. So any technology, when it initially starts, the initial adopters will have a lot of plus point. Why? Because what happens, like think of 1990s when World Wide Web started. It took 2 decades for improvement, but right now Web3 is in 1990s of its evolution, but it won't take 2 decades. Why? Because we are living in the 5G era. So the development, the improvement, the evolving will be the 5x 10x faster. We have accessibility to internet, we have accessibility to the devices, we have accessibility to 5G. So anyone sitting anywhere in any corner of the world can create applications and deploy them on blockchain and create more powerful internet and more powerful applications on the internet. So this is the reason behind why you need to choose career in Web3 and why you need to create more applications. So as I told, the initial adopter, you can be the initial adopter. At the same time, creating applications like these can have billions of users, because no applications are there right now. There are very less applications. That is why you need to choose the career in Web3. So before ending this session, I would like to conclude, decentralization is not a myth. It is already happening. It is going to be the big revolution in next 4 to 5 years. So this is the right chance to understand it, to research more about it, and try to utilize it. At the same time, build more projects on top of it. Thank you everyone.